Good morning. Happy Sunday. I am starting off my workout with the Indo row to warm up those muscles. And then this is a really great workout. So I wanted this to be a 45-minute barbell only workout. So I'm only going to be using this barbell for the entire workout. I'm starting off with thrusters. And I actually realized that I am an overachiever and that weight was way too much for me. So I went down from the 25 to the 10s and I feel way better. I never want to compromise my form, which actually I'm so happy I'm filming and that I've been filming a little more consistently with my workouts because I wasn't aware that my heels were coming off the floor when I squat. So cringe. Don't do what I do. Do not do what Sarah does. I need to work on my mobility and my flexibility because this is something I absolutely don't want. And I want to get just a little bit further on the floor. But you guys, even though ass to grass is the motto of motivation, you can only go as far as your body allows you to. So don't feel bad if you cannot get your butt all the way to the floor, or whatever. Just allow your body to go as far as it can go. Never push yourself further than your limits when it comes to your flexibility, because you can always pull something. So I did the thrusters and the bent over rows 3 times, and I did those I did those until failure. All of this is going to be until some type of failure. So it's kind of like a little mini AMRAP, but not really. So going into front squats, once again, keep your heels on the floor. And then not only that, you guys, after I did this set, I realized that I had some muscle memory and that my elbows need to come all the way up. My biceps, or the top of my arms, those need to be parallel to the floor when you're doing front squats like that. So also using this type of bar is not ideal for front squats, but if you can use a barbell, regular plain old straight barbell, that is gonna help you with wrist mobility, but also, like I said, bringing those elbows all the way up and parallel to the floor. That's gonna help with the wrist as well. But I'm not a physical therapist. I am not an athletic trainer. I'm not a doctor. And I'm not a personal trainer, so I'm just giving you things that I think would help me, suggestions that I think would help me. Straight into RDLs, my absolute favorite, and obviously with the bent knee, with the bent leg, I'm targeting my glutes. Remember, if you're doing RDLs and your legs are straight, you're targeting your hamstrings. If they are bent, you're going to be targeting your glutes, flat back. You don't have to hit the floor every time when you're doing RDLs. Just go when you feel that stretch, come back up. Where if your back is flat, that's enough. So now I'm going into overhead presses. I saw another YouTuber doing her overhead press, and it reminded me that I haven't worked on my overhead press in a while. When you're doing this movement, you want to make sure that you're not swinging the bar up, because that defeats the purpose of strengthening your back. Now, I would definitely make my grip just a little bit wider, if not half of my hand wider. I don't know, this just looks a little bit off, to be completely honest with you, and it almost looks like this weight might be a little too heavy with me, so next time I'll know to just go down. And the reason why I say that is because when you're doing overhead press from, once again, Mind Pump podcast, Apparently the best thing you're going to want to do is actually do your overhead press sitting down in a Z sit. I think that's the Z sit is when you're sitting down and your legs are apart. I'll have to demonstrate that later on. But after overhead presses, I went straight into bicep curls. I would stop a little bit sooner than where I am stopping. I'm going all the way in. To get that bicep pump, I would want to stop just a little right before my shoulders. And then lastly, I really wanted to do snatches for this superset right here. But I found that this bar is 1, too short. 2, I didn't really care for like the zigzagginess of this bar to do snatches. Like that's just not, 1, it didn't feel safe and it just felt so awkward. So I skipped the snatches. And then third, as far as like skipping the snatches, I didn't feel comfortable doing it like I used to. So I did CrossFit for 2 years and I loved snatches. They were my favorite, hanging snatches. They were my absolute favorite. And yeah, I didn't feel comfortable doing them. So I will have to work on that and try again when I get back to a regular gym. But I decided to just do reverse deficit lunges and do that with the barbell instead of the dumbbells this time. And I just, like I said, I love this workout. And so after the lunges, sorry, I know I'm talking a little fast. After the lunges, I did pull-ups. I tried my pull-ups for the first time. I wanted to see my back and see how it's progressing. I always pause at the bottom, by the way, because I don't want my pull-ups to be affected with momentum. And I want to make sure that I'm not using my arms and that I'm using my back to pull me up. So I always stop at the bottom. This was a really great workout. I ended up burning a lot of calories. And yeah, so this was my Sunday workout, you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you comment and like the video. Bye.